Yes, we are live.
Hello, residents. Hello, how are you? Please put a hello in the chat to let us know that you can hear us. And for those that don't know, I'm Sade and I'm here with...
I'm Nana.
And we're one half of Your Aunties Could Never podcast, first of all. And this is the Shea Borough's official Love Island Season 10 review show. And today, guys, we have a very special guest. We have not only a podcaster, a radio presenter, and a voiceover artist. It's Nicky.
That's like the best intro ever. I think that's the best intro I could give it like so far.
Yay. Love that. Thank you so much for joining us today.
No problem.
First of all, are you a fan? Do you like Love Island?
Are you joking? I'm watching it religiously.
Okay.
I think that's when I'm even more active on socials, when Love Island is on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Your tweets are fire as well. Yes, I've been following her tweets. And I was like, Nicky needs to come on the show. She needs to come on.
No, we love having you here. How are you finding the season so far?
Much better than last season.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Last season, I was falling asleep and I couldn't believe like this is Love Island, but this season they've redeemed themselves.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Who do you like or identify with?
Oh, do you know who I really like? Out of the guys, I really like Tariq.
Okay. Yeah.
Like I've been saying
Team
this
Tariq.
on Twitter like 100 times over. This is Tariq's villa.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Absolutely.
I don't even want to say everyone just lives there. Everyone's passing through.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And out of the
Absolutely.
girls, I love Whitney.
Yes.
I love Whitney. In the beginning, I was like, oh God, you're a bit loud. But she's grown on me. Like she's great entertainment.
Yeah.
She definitely is.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, we'll get into a little bit more as we go on. But as you know, guys, what we do with the show is we recap everything. We tell you what we think and we want to know what you think too. So make sure you get involved in the comments. And of course, guys, make sure you subscribe. Subscribe to the Shea Borough, subscribe to Your Aunties Could Never, like this video as well. Do it now. And make sure also you comment, as we said. And Nana, what else do they need to do?
You need to share this. Share it on Twitter, share it on your Insta story, share it on Facebook if you're vintage.
Yeah.
Like, just get out there and share it.
Not vintage.
Yes. And guys, remember, we're not therapists, we're not psychoanalysts, we're not life coaches, we're just free, very opinionated ladies who, love reality TV. So take what we say with a pinch of seasoning. So last night's episode, we had Whitney finally free from Medi. Can we get a round of applause, please? Thank you, the British public. Thank you, the producers. Thank you, everybody. Seriously, like we made it happen. Very, very happy about that. Jess, she basically closed the door on Mitch, but
the door was never opened though.
But she was taking her time.
She was peeking.
Yeah.
She peeked through. She looked
out the window to see who was there.
Yeah. Didn't it? And then she opened the door again on Sammie. And then the kissing challenge basically had the girls competing with each other, you know, seriously. And the boys were taken by surprise, I think. So guys, how we usually start the show is telling us what is your one word to sum up the show. Nana.
Freedom.
Emancipation. It does feel like that, doesn't it?
He's giving let my people go.
Yeah. It really is. What's your one word, Nicky, would you say?
Oh, for last night's episode?
Yeah.
I don't know. Surprising.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with germs. Because that kissing challenge. All I can think is the transference of germs.
That is
funny. Is just disgusting.
I hate that challenge.
Yeah, it's so bad.
Really, when you think about it, it's nasty.
It's true. Your lips in every.
Yeah, exactly. Anyone in the chat with?
Okay. Clarence says, finally here for the live. It's 6 a.m. here, enjoying y'all from the wake and bake.
Oh,
where would that be?
Where are you?
You gotta tell us.
It sounds like jail.
Oh. Clarence, Clarence, where are you? Is it Clarence? Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are you? Where are you? Tell her hello and thank you for joining us so early. Love the dedication.
That's wicked.
Love that.
Renelle says our girl is free from the shackles of Medi.
Yes.
Free at last.
Yes. Oh, God almighty.
Free at last.
Oh my God.
And Sister says, round of applause for my sister Whitney's freedom.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
And Clarence says that was the intervention Whitney didn't know she needed.
Right.
True.
Exactly.
Sistrin said medieval is no more. Au revoir.
Not medieval.
Yeah,
God.
that's what they call him. Medieval.
And Sistrin says, I'm gonna go with streptococcus transference. They're gonna need a dose of antibiotics.
Yeah, they really are.
And I'm in Dallas, Texas. Wake and bake means smoking weed. Right?
Oh, yeah. I was gonna say that, but I was thinking at the same time, you didn't give a location. So sorry. Sorry.
Well, enjoy.
Yes, exactly.
Enjoy.
Simeon, I think that's how you pronounce your name, said, let's call it what it was, emotional and mental abuse towards Whitney. Can you imagine how quickly Medi would have disappeared if he was a black male treating a white lady like that?
True.
Love Island would have removed him.
Yeah,
that's very true.
Absolutely.
Because didn't someone get removed a few seasons ago for saying something inappropriate, or like there was somebody got removed, a black guy got removed, and it was towards a white woman as well.
Mate. So the episode started with the morning chat. So we're out of the normal sync. So usually it starts with the night before, but today we started in the morning. Ty, I'll go through a couple of the things because it's all over the place. It's really janky. Ty was saying that the date him and Ella went on brought them closer together. Leah talking about Ty and Ella was just like, I genuinely can't believe that he's got to that point. And I was just like, hey, well,
shady, innit?
You don't have to believe it.
Yes.
Because it is what it is. How about that?
Exactly. Those hater responses.
Honestly, Leah's a hater.
She's a hater.
I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah, she gives side eye.
Yeah.
She really does.
KD on not kissing Zach was saying basically she thought he would still be mourning Molly and that she feels more awkward about it than he does.
Definitely.
And stuff. You know what's funny? The term mourning that she used was hilarious.
No, honestly, but he should be at least a day.
He ain't thinking about her.
No.
Like even what he was saying, I'm just gonna be focusing on her because I do like her. It's been like what, 2 or 3 days?
Yes.
Right, exactly.
He didn't want to.
It's madness. You were just coupled up for weeks with the girl that you were like, I really like this girl.
Cause scandal, by the way, to be with her.
Yes, exactly. Humiliated a black girl to be with her. Do you know what I mean?
And then straight away you're just off. Like she left and you was like, oh, let's go and have a chat. She needs to be wary. Anyway, so I'm glad that she is.
Definitely. Whit at this point on Medi was just like, we're open, but her main thing was she was saying that she doesn't want to start again. So I'm seeing these tears as like, oh my God, I have to start again. Not, oh my God, I'm sad.
I think so.
Yeah.
Listen, Casa Amor is looming, right? That's what people need to remember.
Yeah.
They know this as well in the villa.
Yes.
Please, producers, if you're listening, if you're watching, send a couple options for Whitney. Not just one. She deserves to have her pick of the bunch because she's beautiful, she's funny. Like, who wouldn't want that?
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. Totally agree. KD was, I guess, like she was teasing Jess a little bit. So basically saying, she actually, I don't know about KD, I think she's gonna wind up Jess.
Yes.
I think my theory is that Katie's going to go for Sammie. But anyway, she was the one that told Jess that Sammie and Mal kissed.
Yes.
Jess tried to hold it together. Do you know what I mean? And then Katie was just like, if I had a magic wand, and then I could take you back in time to when you and Sammie were together and this didn't happen, would you?
I thought I was the only person that found that patronizing. So I'm glad you said that. It was very patronizing. But remember, Katie is a seasoned vet.
She
in
is.
This. Yeah. She, like, if you look at her exes, on different reality shows, they're like Sammie. They're not like Zach.
Really?
Yes,
Really?
they're like Sammie. They're not like Zach. So her and Zach is not gonna go anywhere.
Right.
She's gonna use him.
So
She knows what she's
maybe
doing.
onto something with Sammie, because
Maybe.
I wasn't seeing the Sammie angle other than her being a bitch to Jess. I was like, okay, so this is gonna escalate. Because I would, if I was Jess, I'd be sitting there like, why are you telling me this? Giving me detail about I'm next to them and I could hear them kissing.
Yeah.
I
went in. She didn't have to say
like,
that.
Yeah.
She didn't.
She said a bit too much.
Yeah. I'd be like, okay, so this one's trying to wind me up.
Yeah.
But maybe it is Sammie that she.
Her exes look like Sammie.
Annoying. But we'll see anyway, because I want her and Jess to go at it. Like, I want that because they're both super fiery. I just think it'll be like really entertaining.
But then if you know KD like on socials and the other stuff she's done post Love Island, you need someone like Jess to take her down.
Yeah,
because I'm gonna be honest, I've never been a KD McDermott fan.
No,
she gives like I'm too good for you sometimes, but she's trying to be this good girl. But if that's who you're trying to be, that's cool. But I really want Jess to take her down.
No, she's wild.
Yeah,
KD's
she's
wild.
Yeah.
Season 2, if you have time, go back and watch season 2. She was crazy. She was making people cry. She played people's emotions. Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Maybe she's seeing Jess as a victim that she can
Yeah.
kind of play that. Okay.
Yeah, but I don't think Jess will have it.
No, Jess ain't gonna have it.
No, not at all. Especially with the backing of them girls there.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like,
They're a clique.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so it started. The day kind of started with a double breakfast date. Ty and Zach were making Ella and KD breakfast. Well, Zach was making breakfast.
Yeah.
Ty, was rapping. I have the lyrics.
Go on. Because there was a bar in there, and I was like,
Would
he
you like me to
did the
recite?
PG version. Go on.
Yeah.
Go on.
Okay. Cooking in the kitchen with Zach.
Yeah.
Who'd have thought life would go like that?
What?
Yesterday I was an open man. Now I'm closed and I'm whipping up scram.
Scram.
Oh my god.
Got eggs in the frying pan.
And
I don't believe you wrote it down. That's funny. That's hilarious.
Analyze, see if there was true genius in there. Not really.
far from, but not as bad as Tom.
Not as bad as Tom. Definitely not. And he done it off the top of his head. He didn't just write it down and take hours.
Remember when Tom
Last
wrote
season.
the poem, the winter one to Sammie? And it was super basic.
So bad.
It was terrible.
And she was just so impressed. like a 6-year-old had written a novel.
Like, you know when they pass love notes in school? Just the attention was fine. Not the content.
She absolutely loved it. Serious. You want to get
Sistrin says, I think the producers of Love Island listen to these debriefs you give auntie, swear down. Your prediction and suggestions are all being taken. Bears wink. Let's keep manifesting what we want to see. I think so.
Yeah,
I said that yesterday.
Absolutely.
I was like, I think they are.
Absolutely. So, and then what was interesting also about the thing, Ella was gassed, obviously, because I don't know, Ty assisted Zach in making them breakfast. He didn't do nothing. He
Basically placed the egg on top of the avocado.
Yeah, and he didn't want to even. He didn't care about.
Do you know what's funny?
I
just realized he said man was chefing. He didn't do nothing.
No, he didn't do nothing.
That is crazy.
Yeah,
minimal effort.
Exactly. But while KD was talking to Zach, she accidentally called him Scott.
Oh.
And so in season 2, the guy that she was with for a year, I think, is Scott. And also there's a Scott in the villa. So I was just like, which Scott is she talking about?
Precisely.
Do you know what I mean?
Because she tried to say about the, I'm having flashbacks to when I was in the villa in season 2. It's like,
so you're telling me you're thinking about your ex?
But basically.
You see, she's rude, you know.
She is proper rude. And then Zach is there again, deflated. My name is Zach.
And she was like, what?
Yeah.
You called me Scott. My name is Zach. I was like, this guy is getting all the pies.
Yeah. Like one a day.
Like
one a day.
Catherine. Catherine's getting her own back on this one. Like superbly.
Yeah.
He deserves it as well. This is great.
Justice for Catherine.
Yeah.
Yes, always. Sammie and Mal had a quick conversation. Sammie seems like he's focusing on Mal to me. They talked about them kissing the night before and then kissing for about half an hour in bed. And then Sammie got a text. The text was the kissing game, which essentially is where the boys are blindfolded, then they have like noise cancelling earphones, and the girls kiss them one by one, and the boys rate each kiss, right? So Zach was not happy about this news. He was just like, I'm not trying to kiss anybody today. He was still upset. Still pissed.
Reeling from the rejection.
Yeah.
Kissing's a sore type. It's sore, isn't it? It's like, okay, you got pied. She got your name wrong.
Yeah.
You're feeling like I'm losing my swag. Like,
Yeah.
it's, you know, it's depleting. So I understood. Whereas Ty was the complete opposite.
Ty was just like, he was ready. Even Whit and Jess were just like, oh, he's got the green. What they keep on saying the green card. They mean green light.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah, they said, oh, he's got the green card so he can go. But they mean the green light.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's annoying. It's annoying.
Yeah. So I'm over their little terms at this point.
But yeah, so they all went and brushed their teeth, thank God. Like, do you know what I mean?
I loved seeing that.
Yeah.
And they did it afterwards.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes. Before and after. And basically, so they went one by one. Leah was up first. She was up first. She was given nervousness. Do you know what I mean? She was given nervousness. She was a bit scared. Ty was just doing football commentary, like, and then Sammie started doing it. Then Zach started doing it. If you notice, like, yeah, she came in nicely. Yeah.
I told you, this is Tariq's villa. They're all passing through.
Honestly.
You see, look at his influence.
Honestly. Whit was giving me joke because she was like, Mitch had too much teeth, and what Scott wasn't giving at all.
Yeah.
What else did she say?
God.
Yeah,
she got good marks.
Yeah, she did.
She did.
Did she get all the 9s?
She got
a
lot of 9s.
Quite a few 9s.
Yeah. Ella, when she was called, the girls called her classy, but she literally just pecked everyone and kissed her.
What?
Yeah.
Then we start switching about Ella. Ella
Serious?
rubs me up the wrong way. I'm
Really?
sorry.
Oh, okay. So you two have something in common.
Yeah, she rubs me up the wrong way. She gives the type of girl that will fight with her man on a night out for no reason. And all those pecks, she thinks she's doing something. Like I said earlier on, Casa Amor is looming.
Not for no reason. Ty will give her a reason to fight. Serious. But you know, Ty recognized her. He said it felt like home, gave her 10 out of 10. That was very, very sweet. And then she was just like, in the hut, she was just like, yeah, I know I didn't try, but if I did, I would have won. Is it, Ella?
All right. Okay.
I actually also don't think so.
I don't
believe her.
I don't believe you.
At all. But
seriously.
yeah, giving pecs. I understand why she did it. I may have done similar.
Yeah, but Ty wasn't giving.
No.
Yeah.
He was lips in
You know what I mean? Mal, she seemed to do all right, actually.
Was she
done
getting
all right.
8s and 7s?
She done really well.
Okay.
Yeah, she done really,
I'm surprised
really
because she just weirds me out a little bit. I don't know what it is about her.
Wallace and Gromit, mate.
Is that mouth, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, she gives like a couple weeks short of a bucket. Like,
yeah, definitely. And she was just like, I can't dance, but I can kiss.
Yes.
that dance challenge.
She don't know.
The dancing was crazy, isn't it?
I know we ain't talking about that, but
no,
oh my God.
We had a right old laugh about that.
God.
She will never live that down.
Ever.
Never.
They're
gonna use it as a gift on Twitter.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah,
definitely. Who was it? Shantae was like, she looked like Elmo dancing.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we did.
Yes, that's exactly what we did.
Elmo. As in tickle me elbow. Oh my God.
Because you know he does that.
You know he throws himself.
Yeah.
Like a child that's trying to sit up for the first time.
Oh my God. No, Shantae killed us yesterday. It was like,
she
that
did.
is so spot on.
Honestly, I think it's the comment of the season so far. I swear to God.
Oh
seriously, my eyes are watering. Catherine, to me, honestly, she was doing the most.
This is my thing with Catherine, you know. I'm not trusting her. She's going down in my estimation. There's something very pick-me-ish about her.
Somebody said that and I was like, leave Catherine alone. But I noticed a few things the last 2 to 3 episodes.
Yeah.
Okay.
first of all, with the lip sync challenge, I was thinking, hey, don't eat their face. Like, she went in there and I was like,
she
come
was
on,
in
relax.
full suction.
Yeah.
Like it proper with your brethren's man's is what, like, you know, it's like, so
I was like, whoa, okay, Catherine, all right. But then
Relax.
she likes Montel. She
Yeah.
don't want Scott.
Yeah.
So you see when Whitney came to talk to Montel, and then she went, okay, bye, Montel. I said, Catherine. I was like, since when?
Montel don't like either of them.
No.
Let's be real.
They're not his flavor.
No.
They're not his
No.
flavor. There's
At all.
with Catherine, there's about to be a huge plot twist. I don't know what it is,
Mm.
but with that whole lip sync challenge, from what I saw and a couple of the comments that she's been making and the way she's been moving, there's about to be a big plot
I
twist.
think so. I think
Yeah.
so. She's gonna switch. She came in sweet, but she ain't.
Mm.
There's something about her.
After that
Yeah.
dance challenge, I
Wh-
said, ain't?
Yeah.
She was
Like, who's that
clapping.
girl? Who is
Yeah,
that girl?
do you know what I
That's who we
mean?
want to see.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Is that what you do when you learning your masters?
Yes.
When did you learn that?
Oh my God.
So yeah, Catherine doing the most. Ty was just like, oh, the right amount of wetness.
Yes.
And
Gross.
Ella was just like,
Okay.
ew.
That was gross though.
You know what I
That
mean?
was like,
It was
and
too much.
Shouldn't Catherine not be putting tongues in with like,
Scott.
like,
Yeah.
like, you know, you can kiss them, but
Yeah, but
you
you're
should hold
doing
back a
you're
little.
doing too much,
Yeah,
man.
nah.
Seriously. And she was like, in the hut, she's like, I'm a natural, you know.
Wow,
So,
we feel. Yeah.
Hey, Catherine.
interesting. Jess basically was giving it everything. Do you know what I mean? But I feel like Jess wasn't giving me desperation though. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it just seemed like, oh, this, I don't know. I just didn't get the ick from her.
I know what
Yeah.
you're
Do you know what I
saying.
mean?
There wasn't a performance. Catherine
Right.
kind of was laying it
Yeah.
on, and you know there seemed to be more razzmatazz.
Yeah.
Jess was happy to do the task.
yeah,
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 What killed me
definitely.
was when Zach was like, I felt some lip filler.
I know. A little bit.
I was
that was so
I was-
bitchy.
honestly, he didn't have to say that.
No,
And what
he
does
didn't.
lip filler
Feel like.
Wow.
What does it feel like?
We need a man to
Guys,
actually.
yeah,
in the comments.
Yeah. If you kiss someone with lip filler, what does it feel like?
Because I would have thought,
How
would it be
you-
hard, rubbery? I don't know.
I was
wonder.
gonna say like rubbery firm kind of, but I don't know.
But like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
either. Because obviously I'm a big lip lady. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
And like my lips feel like pillows. They feel like softness. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm told. That's what I'm told. So like, you know, as Ty said, it feels like home. But like, so I don't know. Like, I just want like, is it like, would it be like mine? I don't know.
I wonder.
don't
I
think
would
so.
think it'd be hard. No, I would think,
Yeah.
but he distinguished how it goes. So you
Yeah.
know.
Interesting.
Yes. So
Yeah.
Erin says rubber or wax.
Wax is not. That's
Wax,
not.
that's
good.
not nice.
That's not good.
It
Like
makes a sound
hard.
when it drops on the floor. Like,
Yeah.
that's not nice.
That is interesting.
Yeah,
I
interesting.
wonder.
KD. Oh my god. KD can't dance, can't kiss. Like, do you know what I mean? What's she doing? What's she
Kate,
doing?
I was disappointed with Katie actually
Mm.
because she was absolutely holding back. Like you're
Yeah,
still a
yeah.
bombshell,
Yeah.
but you're not established with anybody, and
Mm.
you've come into this house. You should be lip-sync,
Yeah.
like at the very least, like
Yeah.
you know, as a old one as well.
Yeah.
I was
feel
like, nah, why are
like-
you going on stush?
I feel like she's showing that she's got a game plan.
Mm.
But I feel like it's been exposed very early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. So results wise, KD came sixth with 31.5 points. They didn't say the points for the other girls, but Ella was fifth, Leah was fourth, Whitney was third, and then Mal and Catherine had 59.5 points. They came second, joint second, and Jess with 62.5 points came first.
Yeah.
So Jess, this is her third win, you know?
Yeah, she is a winner.
Oh, yeah, she has
Jess
won a
is
few
a
challenges.
winner.
She wins the challenges.
Seriously.
Maybe
Sounds
she's a
just
bit of an
like-
underdog.
She
Yeah.
and she doesn't seem to like be like bragging or like, you know, I'm
Right.
gonna win this. She just seems to quietly go
Yeah,
along and
she's
then
got
wins.
herself through it.
Yeah.
However, when she was talking with after the challenge, I think they were waiting to brush their teeth. They started chatting and stuff. When she was talking with Catherine and Ella, she was doing the most. Oh, was I kissing too long? Oh, was it okay? Oh, Montel. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know about not bragging.
But she wasn't bragging though. She was asking questions. I would, if I was her, when I win stuff, I am the champion of the world. I'm singing it. Like she hasn't been giving me those type of braggadocious.
Humble bragging.
Humble bragging.
Right. In the disguise of questions.
Yeah.
Right.
No, she wanted validation.
But she was a winner. She was a winner.
She was a winner.
Even they thought that, was it Montel that was like, that was Leah? He thought it was Leah that he was kissing.
Yeah. But bro, the height. What the hell?
I just don't believe him, because surely you'd be able to tell. Like there's markers. You're gonna know their smell. You're gonna know.
That's what I was thinking.
All of those things.
Like one of them, as soon as Whitney went up to, like, he touched like the back of her head.
You know, that's Whitney.
I can't remember who it was. I'm thinking, who's doing Wet and Wavy other than Whitney?
Exactly.
Who's doing that?
So strange.
Blatantly no. Oh, there's one comment here. Simeon says, I respect you guys for speaking on Catherine's iffy behaviors. She's a sister, so I'll never be out here cussing her, but it doesn't mean that I haven't noticed that sometimes she moves shady.
Right.
This is a safe space, and we're always going to be respectful talking of our sisters as well. But I have an eye on her.
Yeah, definitely. So basically, after that, Ty, I don't know why he was cutting Scott's hair, but he did. And then he...
It's as she said, it's because he's the boss.
He's the boss.
It's because he's the boss.
That's his villa.
He's the owner of the house.
He can play about. Yeah, I can play about in somebody's hair, you know, like practice my barbering skill.
He was cracking me up, and then he's laughing. He was hiding behind the corner, like looking at it. Like, he's such a big kid. He really isn't.
It was terrible.
And then Jess was talking about how she doesn't fancy Mitch again. Yeah.
Did you hear all of the girls? All of the girls. The
bottom two.
The bottom two. That was sad.
Mitch and Scott were the bottom two.
So you see Scott, he's not giving anything. So I believe that just from what I've seen, because it's like he's not trying. He again, another one that's sailing through, he's just there. But Mitch is taking L after L after L, and it's sad at this point.
It is.
Yeah.
As the single guy, how nobody thought you was good. Like that could have elevated him a little bit. You know, if his game was like, you'd be like, actually, he can kiss.
Yeah.
They were all like, nah, Mitch was terrible.
Too much teeth.
Yeah, and trying too hard. And it's like, Mitch, desperation.
No desperation
at all. And he is reeking.
She says it all the time.
He's reeking at this moment. It's terrible. Poor
really
guy.
Is.
Oh.
So then randomly Mitch says to Sammie his plans for the day were like he's gonna go and talk to Mal, and then Sammy's just like, okay, yeah, cool, and he's just like, I'm gonna do it anyway, so it's a good thing you said yes. Like, okay, Mitch,
all right then,
relax. Do you know what I mean? Like,
okay,
relax.
Someone coming to beat you.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
And for Sammie, he'll just be like, go ahead, innit?
Yeah.
Like, all you're gonna do is humiliate yourself further.
Sammie don't rate Mitch.
No,
I was just about to ask, do you think all the guys rate Mitch? Because I don't think they do.
No.
I don't think anybody sees Mitch as a threat in any way, shape, or form. Mitch could literally be like,
painful.
You know, they don't care. It's like, crack on, Mitch. You actually need an assignment for the day.
Yeah.
Try and talk to this girl.
Yeah.
Basically, do something with your day and go to sleep.
Because what's he doing other than like walking around gossiping with people?
Yeah.
He's the oldest as well, right?
Is it?
Well, him and Katie now.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
It's sad.
It's embarrassing. I think it's embarrassing. You see, when your youngest don't rate you.
When you put it like that, that's painful. That is deep.
Oh, God.
It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. So Medi and Whit had a conversation today. This was their first one. Thank God. Yesterday it was like 5 conversations.
It's too much yesterday.
Or the day before even. Basically they were talking about food in the bedroom. Like, do you eat in your bedroom? Do you eat in bed and stuff and everything like that? And Medhi was saying, like, you have to be some sort of animal if that's what you're gonna do and stuff.
Did that give you chills like it did me?
I was thinking, you're such a weirdo. Shut up. Like, that's what I thought. He said it's a red flag. Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah.
He said it's a red flag. Yeah.
I didn't catch that.
Yeah, he said it was a red flag, and it was the term of you're an animal. I can't take him. You know, each time he talks, he rubs me up the wrong way.
He's too
I can't
rude.
not go into racial connotations each time he says something.
Yeah.
My mind takes me straight there.
Yeah.
I have to assess what he's saying.
Yeah.
Why are you mentioning animal?
Yeah.
Like, I can't.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Because for someone who I eat in beds, so most
who
people,
doesn't? Well, there's a whole thing of breakfast in bed.
Like
that's the
I'm
thing.
never gonna pretend to be like I've never eaten in my bed. Like sometimes I'm just like, listen, I'm hungover. Let me lay in my bed and just have this snack. Or let me eat my rice and stew even sometimes.
You know, it's like the best thing, literally, that proper hangover and somebody comes along with a sandwich. Oh, thank you. I'm not then going to be like, oh no, leave it on the table downstairs.
Exactly.
Yeah. But you know he does swan around. You know he swans around.
Honestly.
Dumber.
So yeah, I just like, you haven't lived, Medhi. You just haven't lived. But I could just see, I feel like Whitney's just playing the game anyway. Jess and Sammy, they have a bit of a conversation talking about their feelings. She basically at this point tells Sammy that she's not feeling Mitch. She obviously doesn't want to step on toes, but she's just like, you know, I'm just going to leave you to think about this, that I'm still open towards you. Don't want to like hurt your relationship and what you're doing. But, you know, for me, it was the most civil conversation that they had in weeks.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Do you think this is a good move for Jess?
I mean, her and Mitch weren't going to work out anyway. So she might as well just state her intentions so that she doesn't lose out. But then just for us to remember that, unfortunately, they can't couple up again. So that's a huge hurdle.
No, I think they can now.
Can they?
I
Can they
think
now?
it was just
one recoupling.
Yeah.
Oh, that
so
is
they
mad.
should be able to.
So they could
That
get
is
back
mad.
together. But he's just not on it. And he kind of said that to her.
Yeah.
His rebuttal was like, you know, let me think about it. And I was like, no, this is harsh. Your Jess is better. She isn't a Mitch, so don't try and Mitch her.
Yeah.
But no, it wasn't nice. I want more for her.
Yeah.
But there's nobody there, really. So it's going to be Sammy, isn't it?
There isn't. And I do hate this whole thing of like, it just seems repeatedly we're seeing it's always been left to the guy's decision, whether they're together or not. So like with Ty and almost like, was it Zach? Did Zach have that? Not really, actually. But Sammy and Ty definitely.
Yeah.
Like, left to their decision.
Even Scott, though. With Catherine, she was ready to be locked into him, and then he was the one that was like, "I'm open." So yeah, that is annoying. Definitely
don't like that. And then Jess talks to Mitch, and you know she just starts it like, "I'm going to be brutally honest. It's not working. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah,
we're just friends."
I like that.
And and he was like, "I respect that." That's what he was. I mean, he has to, right?
Why did he say? I would have given it another day. I don't understand this dating.
Because what would 24 hours do to a situation that was dying from the beginning?
It's madness.
I don't know.
He might try the moves on her in bed or something. Do you know what I mean? Maybe he had plans.
Has he not had like a week?
Yeah, like he's been sleeping next to her for ages. I was like, why are you saying? I mean, I would have given it another day. She doesn't like you.
Yeah,
like you're not going to switch her around in a day, bruv. Like that's not how it goes. She never liked you. I always think anyway. I think it's very hard for a man to convince a woman when she's not on him.
Yeah,
there has to be a smidgen of something. If she's like, nah, you're friend zone. There's no point in trying to dig yourself out of it. Just crack on with somebody else.
Yeah,
move on.
But to be fair, he friend zoned her. Then she tried to get with him because his girl had gone. He had swagger for a week. Yeah. But that's all Mitch had. He had it. He lost it. He lost it very quickly. He really did. He really, really did. So then we have a quick scene of Medi, Whit, and Catherine talking. I thought this conversation was hilarious. Like telling of Medi as well. Do you know what I mean? They were talking about going out in the real world and, you know, they could go on a double date. Like, Catherine's really thinking of the future, boy. Like, let's get to the end. Planning double dates. But, you know, and they were talking about going to the club and stuff. And Medi was just like, hell no.
Yeah. Do you know what was funny in that scene? When Whitney said, she was like, listen, it's the way she talks. First of all, she's so calm. Like, she doesn't need to raise her voice for anything. Yeah. She went, yeah, because you see outside, like my real life, like I'm a bad bee. So and she said it so calmly. And then when Catherine said the thing about the club, and then Whitney goes, yeah, you know, in the club, I'm down like this. I go down when my G's connect. I don't know if anyone saw that. That killed me. Whitney is funny. Listen, Whitney, I'm a Whitney stan. She's hilarious. And then you had Medhi just sitting there looking at, okay, all right, what goes down? I don't know.
He just doesn't think, man. I just
Can you
don't
imagine him in a club?
No.
Can you imagine? Like he would probably walk in, look around, and be like, "This is not for me," and leave.
But he can't.
He ain't getting a drink or nothing. Why would you take Medi to a club anyway?
Exactly. He can't dance. Do you know what I mean? He's miserable.
Yeah, it would.
What's the point?
It would be so
I wonder
boring.
what he does for fun. Did he ever say what he does for fun?
Wine tasting
and cheese. Probably.
I believe so. I believe he literally is wine tasting.
I can't lie. Anyone that follows me on my social, I have wine in my hand anytime I'm free. To be fair, wine is still not that interesting. Okay, so he needs to relax.
He thinks Medhi gives me. He's the type of person who does anything to be sophisticated.
Yes,
or what's deemed to be sophisticated.
Yes,
like he's one of those kind of guys.
Definitely.
Good for him.
Yeah. They're not a match, and he knows they're not a match. That's why he was sitting there looking at them like, I'm never gonna see you guys when I leave here. It's what he wanted to say. Like, even when he said, like, you know, if I have time, that's the truth, you know.
Yeah.
You're not seeing him again.
He's so rude.
What did
I know it was face.
What does he do for a job? Because I can't remember their intros.
I think he works in Eurostar. Don't correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he's on the trains. He does something on the trains. That's why the voiceover guy makes so many train jokes.
Oh, I never knew. I thought it was literally just because the channel.
If he's like a ticket inspector, he needs to chill out.
I don't know.
I'm even shocked at the way he maneuvers. I'm like, he works on the train?
This is what I'm saying. Relax. Reduce it. There's nothing wrong with working on the trains. There's nothing wrong, but do you know what I mean? But you're going on like you're higher than mighty.
Yes. You act like your dad owns Eurostar.
Yes. Like no.
And we know he don't.
No. Reduce it. Seriously.
Reduce it.
That is hilarious.
Oh my God.
So yeah. Sorry, can we just talk about Mal's outfit, please? In the evening.
Like,
with basically nothing.
No, not just the nothing, but the silver bikini with the crop jacket.
With the chain, was it chains on the back or something?
Just what, like, I was just like, please, who contacted TLC fan mail era and said, give me this outfit? Like, seriously, it was giving, who did Figgy say? Black Ivory or Black? Do you remember them?
Yeah, Black.
It's given Aaliyah, not in a good way.
It definitely was very Aaliyah-esque. 1 in a million. It was super 90s, but in a weird way. It's like how they do 90s. That isn't how we were doing
when
the 90s.
Mal comes on my screen, I can't lie. Like, she just, guys, I'm so sorry. Like, she just annoys me. Like, I don't even want to hear what she has to say. And then when I saw that, I literally just went, oh God. Like, you're just adding to the annoyance.
Honestly, the outfit matched her personality. It was just like
all over the place.
What's going on here?
It's all quirky.
What's happening?
But it was Sammie asking her.
Yeah, Sammie's like, he said, is that meant to be an outfit?
Yeah. I was dying.
No, Sammie needs to relax.
It's rude. And she was just like, well, yeah.
Oh, is that what you said?
Is it supposed to, that goes together? And then he was like, it's nice. It's like, you're lying.
Oh my God.
He was like, you look like a clown and I don't know how to deal with it. Like,
that is funny.
And then he proceeded to tell her that Jess spoke to him about their conversation and that she's not really feeling Mitch and the door's left open. Do you know what I mean? And she was just like, he was like, okay, I need to know where your head is at. And she was like, fuck knows.
Yeah. The truth.
That was very funny. I thought that was hilarious. But yeah. So then we get to the dumping. So yesterday we went to the trouble of like saying who will be in our bottom 3 girls and our bottom 3 boys. Do you know what I mean? But no, we forget. This is season 10.
Yeah.
The producers are savage. There was no bottom 3. There was no bottom 3 girls. There was no bottom 3 guys. There were just results. No, they were just results.
They
They
just
just
gave
said.
true.
They
They
didn't
just
actually,
said.
yeah, they didn't come up, did they?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
they're
They
not
didn't.
trying to give us any types of a hint in anybody's popularity. And I was like,
It's
that's smart
true.
because,
Yeah.
you know, then they
It's
start to
true.
play strategically like,
Mm.
actually, I don't think I'm going to like this one because they were in the bottom.
Mm.
So I was like, this is really, they are super savage.
Savage.
Yes.
Absolutely savage. So the girls, Mal had to go with her after 6 days. Jess was composing herself. That shot of Jess,
Yeah.
she was just like,
She wanted to smile,
was
you know, you can see the cracks like coming through, but it was like,
she
but
absolutely,
the smile wanted to come through,
it
boy.
really,
And she's
really
thinking,
did.
oh yes, no competition.
And then for the boys, it was Medhi. It was so sweet. The Islanders, they were shocked.
Yeah,
They
and they
were
look
really
sad.
shocked.
And
They did
Catherine,
look
Catherine
sad.
screamed again.
Yeah, she did. She's such an
Why
auntie.
is she so extra?
She's an
I
auntie.
felt like her. It was a bit too extra.
For Medi.
Yes.
Yeah,
It was a bit much.
yeah.
Side-eyed her again. Like, all right, chick.
Relax.
Yes.
But she's probably thinking about Whitney. Do you know what I mean? So
Who
there was
did she
that.
hug first?
She hugged Medi first.
Mhm.
And I was thinking,
Oh yeah, but you
are
would.
you not friends like that?
No,
That's
but
exactly
you
how-
would. You would. But if my friend's boyfriend is going or boyfriend, yeah, I'm gonna be like, oh, sorry.
I feel
Do you
like
know what I mean?
I feel like I would hug them together. She just seemed to go straight into him, and I was like,
There's just something off
yes,
about that.
It rubbed me up the wrong way.
Oh, because of the whole threesome comments and stuff.
Yeah, and it was just like,
and the
dude.
dance challenge.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Her and Medhi were doing.
I'm just
for
not
each
sure.
other.
There's, I get the hint of she could potentially kind of fancy him, like just a tickle. of
Catherine and
something.
Medi.
Yeah, there's something. I'm getting, like some.
They suit better.
And then, yeah, they're
To be
vanilla-less.
honest, yeah.
Is
You
that
know what I
word?
mean?
Vanilla-ness.
Yes.
Matches each other, to be honest.
Yes, there's something about them. It's like, yeah, I don't think she'll ever step on her girl's toes, but there's a little closeness that she has to him that I'm like, nah, don't like it.
Yeah. Yeah, they were all shocked. Did you see Mitch hugging Sammie though?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
No,
I
they
saw
didn't.
that.
He got up and hugged Sammie.
I saw that. And I was thinking, Mitch, you need to leave this waste man behavior in the bedroom. Like, I don't
Sammie
know.
don't like you, Mitch. He don't like you.
I don't think any of the guys like Mitch.
Seriously. He's hugging him. I was just like, what the hell is this?
So he's hugging him like in.
Like, yeah, like, I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah.
And you see, right? Yeah.
Exactly.
Why?
It's like, why would you do that?
But he
Why
walked
is
over there
seriously?
straight away
Straight to
to
him.
go hug
Why is
Sammie.
Mitch
Yeah.
always there?
Always-
Like everybody he has to try and be like,
This
I'm
is
your
the
buddy.
reason
I'm
why
your
the
buddy.
girls are curving him. Do you want your man to be in everyone's business?
Yeah, exactly.
It's gross.
Mitch he does the most. And the thing is, that is the perfect situation to be an awkward person, and just fall back.
Yes.
Just fall back a bit. Do you know what I mean? But nah, he's front and center. We did see Whitney and Medi had a chat, which was, I don't think they usually do that, but they showed them kind of their departing conversation.
Yeah, they had a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought, like, this is interesting because basically Medi was saying, you know what? Don't think about me. Just do you, because this is over.
Like, it was fun while it lasted.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm
See you later.
done pretending.
Yes.
This is not. And also, I'm just like, are you setting up for what you're going to say about her on the outside? Because he's going to get a shock. He's going to get a freaking shock.
I think so.
Mm.
I think he won't anticipate how popular she is,
Mm.
but at least he was kind of frank with her.
Yeah.
Like, as in, don't pine, move on.
Yeah.
Fully enjoy your experience.
Right.
That's the whole thing of freedom. I think he was
Yeah.
very, I'm cutting ties now. You
Yeah.
may not even see me at the reunion.
Yeah.
Like, it was.
He said, don't be sad.
Mhm.
It was giving Titanic to me.
Yeah,
That's what it
we're
was.
not seeing each other again.
So that's what it was to me.
Who
I
does
know that.
is it Will and Jovu that does the Love Island
Oh,
reunion?
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I know Will ask the correct questions to Medhi and Whitney when that time
Oh,
comes.
yeah.
Yes.
So you see all of these now. Anyway, the producers are watching us. Listen, you
Yeah.
don't do the right thing. I really want Medhi to be posed with those
We should get
questions.
Medi on the show. Could you imagine?
Think you'd come on. I doubt
Probably
it.
not. Probably not.
Yeah.
but
don't know.
we could try.
If there's wine and cheese.
If he's bad, come on.
You say if he's bad?
Yeah, come on the show if you're bad. You can back
this
yourself.
is interesting. Okay,
for
we like these stuff, guys. All right,
Mhm.
so Eratang, she says, I think we're really overanalyzing Catherine's behavior now. Poor girl can do no right. Very saddening because she clearly cares for Whitney. And then somebody else says, Freedy Alyssa says, yeah, I'm not enjoying the way they're talking about Catherine. Whitney is gasping and commenting, but when Catherine gasps, it's a problem now. I feel like we should discuss this.
So I don't have a problem with her. I think that's
Yeah.
with her kind of exclaiming. I just think she's an auntie. Do you know what I mean? She just gives me she gives you very Nigerian vibes. It's dramatic because she's so composed most of the time. So when she gets a shot, she's just, do you know what I mean? Kind of thing. But the other stuff, because we've seen her behavior, I'm going to comment on it. I'm never not going to comment on it. It could be anybody. Do you know what I mean?
I think it's that. And also, I'm not saying I don't like her now, because I've been backing Catherine, even when she was in the kind of boring side of things.
Yeah.
But there are sides to her personality that are coming through. And it's okay, you've probably played this better than we were giving you credit for.
Yeah.
I think most people going into these shows, I can't show all of myself straight away, especially as a Black woman. I could come out early.
Yeah.
So it's actually no, there's more sides to her. Let's observe her a little bit more. I'm not saying that she don't like Whitney. She does. She cried when she cried. She literally has feelings for her girls.
Yeah.
They are a sisterhood, but there's sides to her.
Absolutely.
That's all it is.
But this is the thing. So just like Ella, in the kissing challenge, she didn't go in and kiss everybody. Catherine could have done the same with what's his name, with
Scott,
Medi, Scott. Do you know what I mean? Catherine could have done the same with, and be mindful of other people's. Man, she did not.
Yes,
she went full throttle, just like she went full throttle in the dance as well. She did those things.
Yes,
it's not.
Yeah,
it's not. So you have choices in there, and she's making that choice.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's overanalyzing it. I think it's just saying what we see.
Exactly. And for me, it's okay, Catherine, who do you want to be? Because I really like Catherine. I love Catherine. But it's we have this calm, reserved, very composed, lovely girl. And then we have this wild side. The wild side is not bad. I don't feel like there's a negative to it, but is who do you want to be?
Yes.
Who do you want us to accept?
Yes. Yeah. I think she's secure enough now to show herself in her full range. And that's what I want to see. I want to see who you are. Then I can really make a decision if I'm going to back you.
Right.
This is where I am. I'm keeping my eye on her because I thought she was one way and she showed me she's another. And it's all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But she multifaceted.
Yes,
she got different sides. I
That's
do
it.
like that. I like the dark horse type side of her as well. But I like Whitney better. I'm never gonna.
Whitney's
funny. In
funny.
fact, you can only vote for one girl at a time. Is my vote would be vote for Whitney? That's
all
100%.
the time.
Do you know
But
what I mean?
I want Whitney to win.
But I do think, yes, exactly. And I think Whitney can win as well.
I
That's
think
the
so.
other thing. But I do think that Whit is also playing the game. I've always maintained that. Do you know what I mean? So as much as I stand her, I am also looking at her behavior because as Black women, we're so used to masking. Yeah, it would not be hard to play Medi this whole time and play victim. It wouldn't be hard.
Yeah.
I feel like Whitney's definitely 100% being herself, but she's smart, and for her it's about positioning.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's exactly what she's done. I feel like she could have, with her Medi, some days I'm like, oh, I can see where this is going. And some days I'm like, do you like him?
Yes.
You know, I'm like, wait, what?
But like him.
That was the roller coaster
I
I've
don't
been
know.
on.
But then like everyone said in the comments, she is free now.
Yes.
I want to see that bird fly high.
Yes.
That's what I want to see.
Yes. The right guy appreciating her, like the banter, the love. Like I want to see all of that for Whitney.
Exactly.
Because I think she could win this, definitely.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Like you see, I want to see somebody like a couple seasons ago when we had Ovi, someone with the suaveness, genuine personality
that likes Black women. Because
you know he's denied that. You know, he
just
says,
like Ovi, to come and whisk her away.
He said he does like Black women.
No, I'm not saying that he doesn't, but the person that they put in the villa did not choose a Black woman.
True.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like
Okay.
Ovi. Ovi is my favorite
like
islander
Ovi.
of
Oh, he
all
is
time.
fine.
I think so.
Do you know what I mean?
But a guy like
Yeah.
Ovi with more personality
Mm.
than
Okay.
Ovi had, I think Whitney would be perfect.
Let me reword it. That will prioritize Black women.
Yes.
Okay.
Publicly on the actual TV show that they're in.
Not on the best
At
bits
the
that they
time.
show on Saturday.
Not afterwards. During the show. In the episode.
Yeah.
I want to see it. That's what I want to see.
Okay.
So basically, we want my nephew Shaq.
Not Shaq.
That's who we want. We want my nephew Shaq back again.
No, Shaq was doing the most.
He
Can we have a Shaq variant then? Okay, I'll give you that much. One
Shaq
that's
variant.
got one that's got more self-confidence, not to be like.
I'm still stuck on the fact that you even mentioned his name.
Oh,
She loves him.
I love him.
She loves him.
He probably is. He could be my no. Ovi is still my favorite.
Yeah.
Looks wise and everything. Like just Ovi is like perfect package. But I think Zach is my second.
Zach.
Shaq. You mean?
I was about to be like, hey?
Yeah, no, Shaq is my second. I think so.
Ovi, Amber, at the moment, current. I like those two.
My
Even the
iconic
same
islanders.
Yeah.
So that's your two, top two.
So top two. Obviously, the season isn't finished, but Whitney's definitely going to
Oh,
be up
Whitney's
there.
up there.
Yeah.
But
Whitney's up there.
Ovi and Amber. Amber
Yeah.
might be my greatest.
She stole the show for
of
me.
all time, maybe.
See,
You know
I stole
what
the
I
show.
mean? And because she was so young as
Yeah.
well, like she was only 21, right?
Yeah.
I would pick India as well.
Yeah.
Oh, I did
Yeah.
like India, but I just don't think like Amber definitely had
Mhm.
drama and she stuck up for her girl. She
Yeah.
stuck up
She
for
stuck up for
Yewande.
herself.
She told Lucy about herself and she still freaking won.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's
That doesn't
true.
happen.
She did a lot all
Yeah.
the
You know
way
what I
through.
mean?
Anna, she
Yeah,
was backing everybody.
She was
Yeah.
backing everyone. She
You know
did
what,
not
Amber?
care.
Actually,
Seriously.
Amber, is she number one? Out of the girls, I don't know. Between Amber
Yeah.
and Whitney, I think I need to see Whitney's journey.
Yeah. We're not
Okay.
there yet.
We're not there yet.
Yeah.
Because we're what,
Yeah.
4 weeks in?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in the 4th week now. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So we're soon. But yeah, guys, that's
We've
Yeah,
got
comments.
Erin says it was Amber, Anna, and Moira for me. I did like Moira, you know.
I
I was
like
a fan of her.
Moira.
I didn't like her at first, but in the end, she was hilarious.
Yes.
Yeah.
She grew on me
Moira was
properly.
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Moira was good. Moira was just she was a devil though. What she
Listen.
done to Amy when she stole Curtis?
Curtis didn't get stolen. He
No.
left.
He wanted to go.
He literally ran away.
Like, you know when you go to a baby, come here, the baby just runs.
Yeah.
That's what that was.
She didn't steal
I
him.
So
forgot
bad.
about that.
So bad.
Rudo says Whitney played it perfectly by sticking with mediocre. She got the opportunity to become the victim and have everyone, including the Facebook crew, backing her.
You lot are mediocre.
He's had every name.
Yeah.
Because what was the other one earlier on?
Meaty.
No, was it medieval?
Medieval.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Yes, Erin says he volunteered. He definitely
He volunteered as tribute.
there you go. Let me see if anybody came back. Simeon did say Catherine got my vote last time. Whitney got my vote this time, and I'll continue voting for Whitney because she's TV gold.
She is.
Yeah.
We love her. We do.
Yes, let's see. KB says sort of the point. The favoritism color is the criticism of Catherine. You can have a fave and still be fair.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if I understand it.
Oh, I thought she meant that we're being fair.
I don't know.
Okay, say that again.
So, sort of the point. The favoritism color is the criticism of Catherine. You can have a fave and still be fair.
I don't know. Can you come again, please?
Yeah, because I don't know. Maybe I'm reading it wrong, but I don't think I understand what you're saying. Let me see if there's anything new that's just come in. Oh, sorry. This was Simeon says Amber was something seriously special. She was only 21, I believe, when she was in the show, and the level of maturity and perspective that girl showed throughout the series was so refreshing.
Yes, absolutely.
Spot on.
Yeah,
Yes.
Spot
seriously. She done so well.
And Dam says so people vote for drama, not love.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be entertained.
This is why we're here.
Yeah.
It's a TV
I wanna
show.
laugh.
Do you know what I mean? None of them are really in love.
No.
Look at the way Medhi
Let's be real.
walked out without looking back. Okay.
Are you sad? No.
No.
Just grateful. Like, it's like the guy's like, look, I've got an element of fame now. I'm
Yeah,
off.
he's
like,
grateful for the
seriously.
TV time.
yeah.
Well, let's
They
see, let's see
mutually-
how that fame does him.
They
because-
kind of used
Did
each
he?
other, really, didn't
Yeah.
they? Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
Okay, and then we've got.
Any more?
Let me see. Erin says, "Love don't live in Love Island."
It really doesn't. It really doesn't. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you to the wonderful Nicky for being with us too.
Thank you guys for having
Appreciate it.
me.
So show her some love. Where can people follow you?
I'm most active on Instagram, so that's Nicky _ that's Nicky with a Y, not an I.
Cool.
There we go.
So guys, make sure you follow Nicky. Make sure if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel now. Like this video too as well. Share it. Also, if you're watching at a later time, then also comment. We want to hear what you think as well. Guys, and we'll see you tomorrow at 12-ish. We'll see you then.
Yes.
All right, see ya. Bye.